Yeah. Pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime. It's a shame they let us jump out of Bentleys with dirty.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game and the debut of the newest stadium in the NFL. It's the Packers and the Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Unfortunately, Packers fans, they saw a lot of completions like that last year when they were number 31 in the league in passing defense. Now, I know injuries had something to do with that, but that's a ship they're looking to right.
They have to, because what they do so well on offense, in some ways they're wasting by allowing what they're allowing on defense. So now you change things up. Do you play a little more zone where in the past you might have played man-to-man? Do you back off of some of the schemes that you played before and emphasize something new? Bottom line, though, they've got to cover tighter and knock away a few of those passes downfield.
Now Ryan on second down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On third down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Rodgers. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Rodgers now to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And with that, pull out the record books. He will forever go down as the first man to score a touchdown in the history of this beautiful new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
And you know, everyone in attendance has to be really happy. Well, maybe not everyone, but most people. They have to be really happy that it's a Falcon that goes in that record book.
Yeah, you wouldn't want the visitor scoring the first touchdown. It will be a Falcon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Packers a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 45. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Here's the rookie from UTEP, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's got daylight. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, Deion Jones and pick sixes are going together like peas and carrots. Oh, boy. He had 2 of those, though, as a rookie last year.
And I know part of the reason is his speed. He's one of the fastest linebackers that you're going to find in the NFL. But another part is he's not very tall. Sometimes he gets lost in coverage. When a quarterback's looking downfield, he just doesn't see him, and he ends up making big plays.
One of those pick sixes last year, 90-yard return against Drew Brees in his hometown of New Orleans. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Throwing is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. Caught by Montgomery. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Rodgers going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Julio back-to-back All-Pro seasons. Last year over 1,400 yards, averaged over 100 yards per game, tops in the NFL.
And that's the stat that catches my eye. Over 100 yards per game, and you always hear about defenses saying, we can rotate, we can send people in his direction, we can do things to limit a wide receiver, yet Julio Jones averages over 100 per game. One of the most sensational stats I've seen in recent football.
To throw again is Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Sanu, the man in motion left. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now receiver in motion left. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Ryan, he goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Sanu, the man in motion left. They'll run it. Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more. Here's they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that. You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up. No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning. It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium. And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said, He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback. Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. You never count the Packers out with Rodgers leading them, but the largest deficit they've come back from in teams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers get a score closer. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Dancing to his left. Now he's got a man complete. Now he'll be shoved to the turf that time. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Packers are going to have a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, Rodgers. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So here we go, first and 10 now. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Rodgers being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out with one, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And he'll bang that one through. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, you know, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now the Packers get set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 76 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Sanu, the man in motion left. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge. Now they need to execute. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far. Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure.
They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 36 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rogers, gotta have this one. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Rodgers now on 1st down. Rolling to his left, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Montgomery. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Throwing, Hundley. Forced out to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
12 more yards there and another first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers are back within a score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is down to 4. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And spins away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Steps away to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Busts through the tackle. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Sanu, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, Freeman. And some room to roam now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Nick Perry with a pick. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that lighter on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Riley's, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, I'd rather be, yeah. Broke, real, little rich. All in love with her, she just wanna be in VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shake me. Had to get it, how I got it, on my phone to me. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man. I stay myself, I never